A transgender athlete taking home first place in a middle school girls' shot put event, beating out her competitors by more than 3 feet.
Why is that a story? Well, girls from a rival school even protesting the event by refusing to throw. The track meet came just days after a federal appeals court ruled that the 13-year-old couldn't be banned from girls' sports.
So here with reaction is celebrity fitness trainer Jillian Michaels. Good morning, Jillian.
Hi, guys. Good morning. How are you?
Good. So what do you think about this story? I mean, it seems to validate common sense.
Okay. You've got two competing goals in sports, right? One is inclusion, which everybody can understand and get on board with. However, the second goal that's in direct opposition with inclusion in this instance is going to be a fair competition. And if that's your priority, if your overriding priority is going to be fairness over inclusion, you got to turn to the data. And the data irrefutably shows that biological males are 10 to 30% stronger, faster, have better endurance, better aerobic capacity across the board.
Even if, like this child who went through the puberty blockers and takes estrogen, has been doing that since elementary school.
Again, if we defer to the studies, and I sent several to your producers, which maybe they can put on the homepage, they show that even on puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones, the decrease in physical performance is, quote, trivial. That's what the data says. And to give you an example, if you look at a biological male, transgender female, with grip strength in conjunction with a biological female transgender male, okay, so both of them are on blockers and cross-sex hormones. The transgender female, the biological male's grip strength, was 17% greater than the female on testosterone and puberty blockers.
Yeah, and this, when you talk about contact sports, you talk about safety, you're talking about volleyball, you're talking about soccer. I mean, this is out of control. I want to also talk about another area of your expertise, and that's obesity. You're not, but you help people slim down. Do you think this should be an election issue?
Absolutely, but it never has been, because what it requires is policy change. And you're never going to get the policy change because big food, big pharma, and big insurance have such powerful lobbies. That's the true problem.
They don't have there's no push to purify food and get some of the sugar and additives out?
I don't mean to laugh. You know who's fantastic at really digging in on this is a gentleman by the name of Callie Means. I see him on Fox quite often, actually. And he's a Harvard Business School grad. He was a lobbyist for big food and big pharma. And he can break down all the ways the system is broken. But to make real, powerful, efficacious change, you've got to change funding in politics. You just do. You got to get rid of Citizens United. Otherwise, in my line of work, I don't see any hope.
If you've ever been to Italy, you eat the food there and you don't gain any weight. You come here to America. What's the difference? What are we doing here?
Oh my gosh. There are so many different ingredients in the food here that isn't allowed in the UK, in the EU, in Canada. Just a bottle of ketchup will have completely different ingredients. So beyond, obviously, the fact that the system is set up to kind of for failure, right, to make us overweight. You know, they get us coming, they get us going. So the food companies make money on us getting overweight, and the pharmaceutical companies make money on treating the diseases associated with obesity. We do have self-agency, and that's the message that gets shut down constantly. We can opt out. It isn't more expensive to not drink the soda.
Of good food that's good for you.
Yeah, or you just eat less of the bad stuff, and in reality, that does work. Again, all the data shows us that while the food may not be ideal, if you eat less of it, all the health benefits associated with weight loss will be there for you.
I wish my ancestors did not leave Italy. It would be a lot better, it would be a lot healthier.
You look like you're doing well, though. You look like you're doing okay.
See?
But we wouldn't have heard all your wonderful stories about your grandfather that had the eyeglass store, or your other uncle that
we have a little problem here.
His uncle invented camouflage.
We definitely need a vacation.
Well, America would not have camouflage if it were not for your family.
That's what I'm saying.
Who knew?
In summary, Jillian, boys are stronger than girls on average, and if you make wise choices eating, you have less a chance of being obese.
100%. Common sense.
It's all on the Keeping It Real podcast. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks, Jillian.
We end on a high note.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Jillian.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.